Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Here today I have the new Disney live-action Maui doll from the live-action Moana movie that is set to come out in July of this year. If you've tuned into this video, you're interested in seeing the details about this new body type that Mattel is using for this Dwayne Johnson Rock Maui doll. And so let's just get into the details. Starting at his head. Controversial, but this doll features a full head of flowing curls. That reminds me a lot of a footballer that used to be in the NFL called Choi Palumalu. The hair is not filled with product, so it's soft and free-flowing, and I believe it must be saran. It's very soft. However, to get the curls a bit more detailed, defined, shall I say, you probably need to wash it because he has a serious head of box here right now. The face. The face is done very well. I really like what they've done. He does not have any pixelation. This is a very clean screening. The doll has excellent articulation when moved, and he actually looks better than he did in the promo photos. I would have preferred if they gave him the more serious look like he features on the box. This is quite the grin. But, I mean, it's very well done, and I do appreciate that the screening is quite clean, you know, because, sometimes we can have these horrendous pixelation. Now, what you might be interested in is what's the difference with this particular body that they are using? Let's take a look at it, won't we? Let me just lie him down. So here you can see the details on the tattoos goes all the way down his chest to his waistline. And I removed one of his hand cuff links to show you that he does not have any wrist articulation. However, his tattoos go all the way around the arm. They also go all the way around the body. See? His hair. Yeah, he has a full head of hair, guys. He does. The rooting is pretty decent. I mean, for a curly-headed doll, they tend to not fill it too much because it will get bulky. And he did come with 3 of these key ties in his head, so I do have to go push them back in. This is one of his accessories, which is this custom tribal necklace. And it's pretty cool. More details on his tattoos. If you remember in the movie, his tattoos do come to life as part of the magical wonders of Maui himself. If you're wondering about rebodying this doll, I must say the girth of his neck on the plastic here is wider than any Mattel doll I've seen. So it might present an issue with rebodying him, but it might not be too bad because he's just a little bit wider in the neck than the Masters of the Universe He-Man doll. Speaking of that, Masters of the Universe He-Man is about 2 3/4 inches from shoulder to shoulder. With Maui, this is like 3 1/4 almost. He's a bit wider, quite a bit wider here. His torso is also wider. I wouldn't say this is a dad bod per se. He's still quite built, very large doll. His hairpiece is stuck. Yeah, quite large doll, kind of like The Rock. I do wish that he was taller. He is basically the same height as the Masters of the Universe He-Man doll in his flat paddle lighting. Hello. Flat paddle feet that he has, as you can see here. Yeah. I'm going to go all the way around now and show you what's under the skirt. He is wearing a traditional Oh, let me pull this down. I should do this. One-handed is a little difficult. They also have it glue tacked down onto the doll. Quite annoying. Alright, so here you can see the glue tacking. However, he is wearing this traditional underwear that the men in the Polynesian, shall I say, their culture wear. So that's interesting. If you're putting pants on him, you're gonna have to let him pull his pants up to his waist because, yeah, that's interesting right there. But I mean, it's accurate. And let's go on down to the legs here. He is well built, very muscular doll, and it does move well, to be honest. I just wish they had given it wrist articulation to just complete the entire thing, as you can see. There you have it. 2026 Mattel, it says. So this is definitely a new sculpt, I would say. Made in Indonesia. Yeah. And you can see all his tattoos on display. How does he sit? You want to see how he sits? He does actually sit very well. Let me just show you very quickly. Uh-oh. You're hearing my voice and not seeing me, but let's just get this properly. There you have it. He sits quite well. See? He sits at a 90-degree angle. Very well. So, you know, I hope this gives you an understanding of what you stand to get when you get Mr. Maui. Now, as to clothing on this doll, I don't think there's anything that you'd be able to put on him directly right now. Now, because of his foot size, he actually stands on his own, but there's not many things that you could actually let this doll wear. You would have to basically make him a shirt, make him some pants, because he's just that big, you know. He can also probably wear He-Man's clothes, but I didn't even unbox my He-Man yet to show you how that would go. Anyway, guys, I really like the doll. I don't have any doll that has tattoos like this. The facial sculpt is actually quite pleasing when I look at it up close. I like it a lot. His little fringe on his skirt, let me see. It moves. See that? It is a printed on material, so there's that. I wish they had at least given him this little string and the little bone thing. That could have been a little plastic printout as well, like this. But you know, it is what it is. I quite like this doll. I hope I've answered some questions you might have had before taking the plunge and buying it. Thank you for watching. If this video was interesting to you, please consider hitting the like button. If you think anybody could use it, please consider sharing. Joining the channel as a subscriber is free. You could hit the subscribe button if you're into this or home builds, as I do doll crafts and doll unboxings here on Escrambo Art Channel. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care. Goodbye.